Yes, Abdullah, starting with you, dear. What do you mean by complex
Yes, ma'am.
permanent tissue?
Complex permanent tissues are of two types, xylem and phloem.
Phloem. Okay. What are their functions?
Xylem is used for transport of water and phloem is used for transport of food.
It's not phloem, it's phloem. Okay.
Phloem, yes, ma'am.
Mohammed, where your epithelial tissues are present,
Yes, ma'am.
where the
In the lungs.
epithelial tissues present, where are they present?
They are.
Have you not revised it?
No, ma'am. Because I had too much portion for weekly tests.
But I give you time right now also na, to revise the topics.
Yeah, I was going through the old notes.
Okay. Remember, where are your epithelial tissue located?
In the blood vessels and in skin and lining of mouth.
Lining of the visceral organs. Okay. Such as lungs.
Skin.
Okay. Yeah, lining of the mouth, blood vessels, lung alveoli, okay, kidney tubules. There are no intercellular spaces between the layers, okay, and since they are permeable, so there must be exchange of the materials, okay, and they have the basement membrane upon which they have other layers also, okay. So we have to start with the types of epithelial tissue, okay. So you must be having simple, squamous, stratified, columnar, ciliated, cuboidal, and glandular. Okay. So if you can see, this is just a simple structure, which we are calling it as simple squamous. Okay. Stratified squamous meaning showing a 3D structure. Okay. If you can observe, this is a flat surface. Okay. But this is a kind of 3D structure. Okay. Squares are there. Squamous. Okay. Now coming on to the columnar meaning related to columns. Okay. These all are having a column shape. Okay. Ciliated columnar. Okay. They are having a column shape, but they have the cilia also present onto them. These hairy appearances. Okay. This is the cuboidal having a cuboidal shape. Glandular having such structure. Okay. Granules. Fine. Now let's talking about each of them. Okay. So the difference between when a question comes that explain different types of epithelial tissue, so you can differentiate between them. Okay, so comparing the simple squamous and stratified squamous. Okay, so since we have already seen it from the structure also that they have a single layer. Okay, single layer is there. Okay, they are thin, they are not thick, and flat surfaces. Okay, since they are thin, they are flat, they are single layers, so they must be having delicate lining. Okay, very sensitive line. Fine. Where will you get it, or where will you find it? They are present in the blood vessels. We have already discussed that your epithelial tissues are there in your blood vessels, but specifically simple squamous epithelium is there around your blood vessels and the alveoli of the lungs. Do you remember what is alveoli?
Yes.
This we did in the last class only.
Yes, tiny air sacs present in the lungs.
Yes.
Yes, tiny air sacs which are present in your lungs. So these alveoli, these balloon-shaped structures are having the squamous epithelium, simple squamous epithelium. Okay, and the blood vessels also. Now, what could be the requirement of these tissues? Okay, what could be the requirement of these tissues? Since they are the layers, so they must be having the transport mechanism of the materials across them. This we have already done. Since they having the layers, okay, they are selectively permeable, so they must be required for the transport of substances across them. Okay, not all things can pass, but the selective, which are essential. Okay, now coming on to the stratified. From the figure itself, you can easily understand that they are having only a single layer. The squamous one are having the single layers, the simple one, whereas these are arranged in multiple layers. Okay, why multiple layers are there? Mema, why there is multiple layer? Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, to prevent wear and tear.
Yes, what do you mean by wear and tear, Mema? What is wear and tear? Hello.
Yes.
To prevent from the easy cuts whenever an injury has occurred, okay, to any part of the body. Let's say skin is having the stratified squamous epithelium. So is for preventing the easy cut or for preventing the excessive bleeding, you are having the stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, see, single layer is there outside the blood vessel. That's why whenever there is high pressure of the blood across the vessels, it can cause the artery or the vein to rupture. Got it? Blood vessels are the arteries, blood vessels are the veins. Yes, do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Blood vessels are your arteries, okay, and you have the veins. So there must be the excessive pressure of the blood flowing across them. Yes. So why they rupture? Whenever there is excessive pressure, why they rupture? Because only single layer is there. Okay. Whereas in the case of stratified squamous epithelium, the layers are multiple for the cells. And what's the usage of that? To prevent the wear and tear. Now they are within across your skin, they are in your mouth and esophagus. What is esophagus?
The foot pipe.
Ma'am,
Yes,
foot.
yes, food pipe through which your food can move through the peristaltic movement. Okay, through the contractions. Any doubt up till now?
No, ma'am.
I think all points are very easy. Yes or no?
Yes.
Abdullah, Muhammad,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to please write this in the differentiation form only.
Okay.
Okay, what's the difference between artery and a vein? We know that both are the blood vessels, but what's the difference
Ma'am,
between them?
Arteries
artery
travel.
transport oxygen, oxygenated blood, and veins transport deoxygenated blood.
Very good. Any other point, Umema?
No, ma'am. I was saying the same.
Sorry, your voice is too low, dear. I can't hear you.
No, ma'am. I was about to say the same.
The same. Okay. Any other point, Mohammed?
Ma'am, 1 minute. I'm thinking about, I know one, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
giving you.
I got.
Yeah.
There also like carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart.
Okay, he has told us the same point, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay,
Ma'am,
what about
vein.
the difference with respect to the walls? Since we are talking about the epithelium, so what about the walls? Which one have the thick wall and which one has the thin wall?
Arteries
Arteries
have
have
thick
thick
walls.
ball.
The thick
Let
wall.
Muhammad speak, Abdullah. I know that you have the knowledge about it. I want to hear it from Muhammad. Yes, Muhammad.
Arteries have thick walls, and veins have thinner walls.
Why?
And mm,
We know the difference that one is the thick wall, another is the thin wall. Why?
why? I don't know. I just have read that before.
Okay, always see the logic behind the thing. Okay, Abdullah, do you know about it? Why one is thick and why the other is thin?
Ma'am, because the
Ma'am, because
Yes,
it transports oxygenated blood.
no, yes,
no, ma'am,
Umaima, it's your turn.
now the blood flows like with more pressure in arteries.
Excellent. Within your arteries, the pressure is high. Okay, pressure is high. That's why this is thick walled. Okay, and within your veins, pressure is low. Okay, is there any exception also in this, in carrying the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood? Is there any exception also?
Uh, Ma'am, what?
Is there any exception also between artery and vein in carrying the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood?
Yes.
See,
No, I don't.
exceptions are, we know that arteries carry the oxygenated blood. Okay, oxygenated blood from where?
From
From the
heart.
heart to other parts of the body. Okay, okay. So there is a exception that pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood, whereas pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood. This is the exception. Okay, we know arteries carry oxygenated, veins carry deoxygenated blood, but there is the exception that pulmonary artery, okay, pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, okay, and pulmonary vein carries oxygenated. Please write this somewhere.
Okay, ma'am.
Should we move on to the another type of epithelial tissue? Is it done for you all?
Yes, ma'am. I'm writing the blood vessels.
Okay, you are writing about the blood vessel. Others also, have you written?
1 minute, ma'am, I'm writing.
Okay. Please let me know once you finishes off writing.
Okay, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Others also, Abdullah, you also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming on to the columnar and ciliated columnar. Okay, so columnar meaning they must be having the columns, but ciliated one is having a differentiated point, that is presence of the cilia. Okay, hair-like appearances onto those layers. Okay, so what could be the characteristics of columnar? They are tall, pillar-like. Okay, if you can observe the images showing to be the pillar one. Okay, these are the pillar structures. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, yeah. So where you can find them? You can find them in the areas such as intestine. Okay, what's the role of the intestine in our body?
The role of small intestine is to digest food, while
Digestion is done into the stomach.
but yeah, no.
Absorption is done into the intestine.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can find this in the intestine where the absorption and secretion takes place. Okay. So columnar epithelium is within the inner lining of the intestine. Okay. Now what could be the function of it? Just as it was giving a selectively permeable membrane was there, so it was regulating the entry and exit. Okay. The other one was what? It was the thick layer. So multi-layer was there, so it was providing a protective mechanism also. Okay. Yes, protective mechanism in the by preventing the wear and tear. But here your columnar epithelium is responsible for facilitating the movement. Okay, here also it is performing a movement function across the across the membrane. Okay, now columnar cells, the only difference is they are having the cilia. Okay, cilia are there. So where you can find them? In the respiratory tract. Why? Why the cilia are in the respiratory tract? There is one important functioning of the cilia. Okay, what are the organs that are involved in respiratory tract?
What, ma'am?
What are the organs that are involved in the respiratory tract? What are the structures?
Large,
Sorry,
large intestine.
large intestine in the respiratory tract. Oh,
No, no,
ma'am,
no. Respiratory. I'm so sorry. No. Respiratory.
respiratory related to
No,
breathing.
nose. Nose
Yes,
is one.
nose is there. When you will go inside, there will be larynx, pharynx. Yes, other structures in the neck also. Okay. Then
Trachea,
going into the
bronchi.
trachea, very good. Bronchi. Then we have the lungs. Lungs are having the bronchi. Then the alveoli. So all they are involved into the respiratory tract. So why you cilia? Why these hair-like appearances are present? Okay.
To block the
If
particle.
sorry,
To block the particle
to
present in
block
air.
the to block the unwanted particles, to preventing the unwanted particles from entering into your respiratory tract. Why the nose are having the hair? Nostrils are having the hair. Why?
To prevent that
To prevent the entry of the
of the
unwanted particles
particles.
into your nose. Yes. To
Yes,
make the airway clear, your hair are there. Okay. Yes or no?
yes, ma'am.
Also, since cilia are having the hairy projections, okay, so they must be moving something. So anything which is related to the respiration, they must be having the mucus. Do you know what is mucus? The thickened fluid.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so to move that mucus, you would be requiring those ciliated columnar epithelium. Okay, and why your mucus should be moved? To make the passage clear. Okay, you have the ciliated epithelium. Any doubt up till now?
No, ma'am.
Others also, Abdullah and Mohammed?
No, ma'am, no
No, ma'am.
doubts.
No doubt.
Okay. Do you want me to draw the diagram of the respiratory tract, or have you understood it?
Ma'am, you can draw it.
Okay. Let's say this is your nasal cavity. Okay. Here you have other structures. Then you have the trachea bifurcating into two. Okay. And you have the lungs. So this is your dividing it with you. This is your nasal cavity having the nose. Okay. Then you have the pharynx. Then you have the larynx. Then you have the trachea. What is larynx?
The voice box.
Very good. It is the voice box.
Ma'am, I have
Trachea.
learned the larynx, but what is pharynx? What is pharynx?
Pharynx is something which is present into your throat. Okay. This is a structure which is into your throat. Fine. Your air will pass through it. Voice, why we are calling larynx as the voice box? Because your sound needs a medium to travel. So whenever, see, if I am speaking, so whenever the air is entering into my mouth through my nasal cavity and reaching into the larynx, it will cause my voice box to vibrate. Okay. That's why the sound is producing and I am able to communicate with you. Okay. Due to the medium air. Okay, because it is vibrating my voice box. That's why I'm only able to speak. Okay, your trachea is the windpipe. Do you know this?
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
we are calling it as a windpipe? Why we are calling it as a windpipe?
Because it transport air from nasal
Transport.
cavity.
See, it has trachea has a covering which is known as the what? Have you heard about epiglottis?
No, no.
Okay, they see there is a structure which is known as the epiglottis. Okay, the role of windpipe is this. There is the structure known as epiglottis. Whenever you are eating something, why it is always advisable not to speak while eating? Why?
Because the food
Because
particles
it will
can
go through
enter
our
into
windpipe instead of our food pipe, and it will make us choke.
Exactly. So always, whenever you are eating something and you are continuously speaking, so there are the chances that your epiglottis can open and your food can move into the what? Into the epiglottis. Okay, and oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Your epiglottis can open and your food can move into the windpipe. Okay, clear to you? And this can choke your windpipe from where the air cannot pass or come in, and that can ultimately lead to the death of the person. Okay, what if the air will not enter into your body? What will happen? You will not be able to breathe.
yes,
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
that will lead other tissues and cells to die. Is this clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
You have other structures also. This we have already discussed that bronchioles are there, alveoli is there. Okay. Should I move on to the next type of epithelial tissue?
Ma'am,
Okay.
1 minute. Ma'am, can you scroll it? I'm in the last one.
All have written?
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
No, ma'am, 1 minute. I have not yet completed. Done, ma'am.
Umema, you also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming on to the, we have done about the columnar. Now we'll be talking about the cuboidal. Okay. Cuboidal and glandular. So cuboidal are cube shaped. Okay. If you can observe this, also although the shape is cuboid, but the layer is the cube shaped cells. Okay. Now where they are present within the lining of the kidney and ducts of the salivary glands. Where are your salivary glands present? Hello? Am I not audible to you people?
Yes, ma'am. You.
Where are your salivary glands?
I think pancreas.
Where is your saliva produced?
In your mouth.
Yes. So your salivary gland must be there. Yes? Okay. So these are present into your kidney tubules and the salivary glands, and it is responsible for providing a mechanical support. Okay. Okay, what's the use of the salivary amylase? Do you know what is salivary amylase?
No, ma'am.
This is an enzyme. Okay. This is an enzyme which is present into your mouth. Okay. And what's the role of the enzyme? What's the role of the enzyme? To
To
break
break.
down. Okay. To increase the reaction rate and to break down the what? Break down complex forms to simple. Okay. So whenever you are chewing, your saliva is being produced. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Saliva is responsible for what?
Breakdown.
Yeah. For your food will get mixed with the saliva for the easy passage. Also during the chewing, your complex food are getting converted to simple one. Okay. So you must be having this in your salivary glands and for mechanical support. Coming on to the glandular, okay. So these are the gland cells. From the name itself, you can easily figure out that these are the gland cells, and gland cells are for secreting, okay, secreting something, and they are your, okay. If you can observe, these are the folds. If you can see, okay, these are the folds which are forming the multicellular glands. Gland cells are just simply remember gland cells responsible for forming the multicellular glands. Okay, gland cell responsible for forming the other glands but having the multiple cells. Okay,
Yes,
please write down this so that we can move on to the connective tissue now.
Finish, ma'am.
Others also?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, 1 minute.
Done, ma'am.
Mohammed, you also?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, what do you mean by connective tissue? Why are we calling these tissues as connective? Yes. Any idea about it? Why are we calling the
They
Because
tissues?
connect.
Sorry?
because in connective nature.
Your voice is not clear to me, Umema. Any idea why we are calling these tissues as connective?
They connect to each other.
Yes. They connect or bind structures. They bind structures together. What structures bind structures together? Why? With which structures can it bind? Yes. Mohammed, which structures can these tissues bind?
Bones.
Okay, bind the bones. Oh, can I say bone to bone?
Yes.
Yes.
Then other structures also.
Blood.
Bone to muscles. Yes. Okay, bone to bone are connected by bone to bone are connected by which structures? Any idea about it?
No, ma'am.
Getting.
Joints.
But if I talk about the soft tissue structures, then
Cartilage.
see, joint is having two bones. Okay, but the bones, how they are connecting to each other, how the joints are being formed. Let's say bone to bone connection is by the ligaments. Okay. And bone to muscle connection is by what? Is by the tendon. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's
Yes.
why we are calling them as the connective tissue. Okay. So, okay, I'll write a classification chart. Let's do this first. So, what are the characteristics? They are loosely spaced. Loosely spaced, if I take the example of your blood, red blood cells, white blood cells. So, are they all stick to each other or they all are dispersed?
They are dispersed.
Yes. So, can I say they all are loosely packed? The connective tissue which are there, they all are loosely packed and are within your intercellular matrix. Matrix is the fluid. Okay. What is intercellular? What is the difference between intercellular, intracellular, and extracellular? Tell me the differences between these three words.
Extracellular means the outside of cell,
Okay.
and intracellular means between the cells.
Intracellular between or
Yeah.
intercellular is between.
Intercellular is between and intracellular is inside.
You are saying the same thing for both. Mohammed, what is the difference between intercellular and intracellular?
I don't know, ma'am.
Abdullah,
Yes, ma'am.
difference between intercellular and intracellular? See, intercellular is something which is between two, and intracellular is something within the structure, and extracellular is outside the structure. Clear? So
Yes.
your connective tissues are present intercellular in the intercellular matrix, meaning the fluid which is between two cells. Okay, your connective tissue are present there. Okay, now as I said, matrix is the fluid substance. It is jelly like, dense and rigid. Okay, since it has to perform various functions, so the nature is also dense. Okay, what could be the examples of connective tissue? It could be bone, cartilage, blood, tendons, ligaments, all are there. Okay, so I want you to write the first slide and then we'll talk about these. uh, Blood is there. Okay, I'll explain you the classification first. First, you write this slide, then I'll make a flow chart for the classification. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes,
the matrix is like jelly-like fluid, right?
yes, yes.
It's also rigid,
Sorry, it's also
rigid base. It's written that the matrix may be jelly-like fluid, dense, or rigid.
yes,
One, ma'am.
So it's also fluid and rigid at the
yes.
same.
It is rigid based on the function it is performing. Okay, It can adapt according to the function. It will become viscous. Okay, if something is between two cells, so it can be rigid is not exactly the hard. Rigid is used, the term is used here just to show that it can be viscous also, since it is between the two cells. So according to the function it is performing, it can adapt to a nature. Okay.
Okay, mom.
Finish.
Done, ma'am.
Finish, ma'am.
Ma'am, you also?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you wait for 1 minute? The azan is going at my side.
Okay, sure. We can wait.
Done.
Done. Okay. Now let's do the classification first. Otherwise, you will get confused with this. Okay. This flowchart will make an easy understanding for you. Okay. So we are categorizing your connective tissue into three. Okay. One is the loose connective tissue. Okay. Then we have the dense connective tissue. And at last, we have specialized connective tissue. Okay. Specialized connective tissue. Okay. This is the broad classification for all three. Now coming on to the sub-classification. Under the loose connective tissue, we have, see, based on this classification, we'll be talking about these tissues in brief, but this flowchart I'm drawing so that you cannot get confused with the different types of tissues. Okay, you have adipose tissue in this. and you have areolar tissue. Have areolar tissue. In the dense connective tissue, you will be dealing with dense regular tissue. In this, you have one more dense irregular tissue. See, if you don't understand any word or if you're not able to understand the writing, you can ask me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Getting it? Now, in this, you have, or I think you can leave this classification because this is very much in depth. You can only write in this, you will be dealing with the ligaments and tendons, okay? Otherwise, that will be a very deep classification, okay? In this, you will be having the ligaments and the tendons, okay? Now, coming on to the specialized, you will be having bone, okay? You will be having blood, you have the cartilage, okay? You will be having the, okay, I think these three classification are only given in this blood, bone, and the specialized. Bone is there, cartilage is there, blood is there. Okay, only three they have given in your textbook. Only three are there in your textbook. Bone, blood, and cartilage. Have you written this classification?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No, already, ma'am. Almost. Yes, ma'am. Done.
Done. Any doubt in this flowchart?
No, ma'am.
Your adipose and areolar tissues come under the loose connective tissue, whereas your ligaments and tendons. Okay, ligaments are connecting your bone to bone and tendons are connecting your bone to muscle. This we will be talking in brief. These are under your dense connective tissue, and since only three are there, okay, in your textbook, so they are considered under the specialized connective tissue. Okay, I want you all to read all these topics thoroughly from your textbook, and please let me know, is there any specialized other tissue which is considered under this? Okay, apart from bone, blood, and cartilage, please let me know if there is another tissue, specialized tissue in your textbook. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
please read it from your textbook, these topics. We'll be talking in brief about all these in the next class, okay? Because I have one more class right now. So we'll be talking about these in the next class. Okay. By that time, please revise all these topics and come with your doubts.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Any doubt up till now to anyone?
No, ma'am.
Muhammad Abdullah,
No, ma'am.
No,
everything
ma'am.
clear to you people?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So I'll ask the questions first. Then only